Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Learn English with Orwell. Today's episode 8. In the last episode, we started day 4, and we learned that Abraham Goldfels, who's the architect behind the bombings, did want bombings to occur, but he didn't want people to die. But Nina disobeyed his orders. We learned that he has a terminal illness. He has cancer and doesn't have long to live, and the government pressured him into continuing to work even though he didn't want to, and that is his motive for attacking the government. And we started to learn more about the initiate, who's a hacker that's opposed to us. He's trying to stop us and is using some sort of chat service that we can't read, so we're gonna have to find a way around that. I think that's mostly everything that happened. Let's get into it and see what we can find out today. Okay, let's look at our objectives really quick. Yeah, we need to find where Abraham Goldfels is, because we don't know yet. Okay, so if we go to the reader... Debate topic. This isn't a debate. This is like a campus social network, social media network or something. Topic: how to start repairing my notebook. A notebook in this sense is a computer, a laptop. Sometimes they're called notebooks. Okay, let's see, we've got Juliet. This is Juliet. Hey, so I got this new notebook for my studies as a Christmas present from my parents. It was working fine until last week, but after a short presentation at the Media Department Expo, the damn thing just won't turn on anymore. I think something's loose on the inside. My dad said I should return it, but I'm determined to fix this thing. Ooh, we have her PC ID right here, so we can get inside her computer. So come at me, clever IT guys and gals. IT stands for information technology. IT people are the people who work at companies who fix computers, maintain internet networks, that kind of thing. They're the computer guys and girls. And guys and gals is an old-fashioned way to say men and women. Give me some advice so I can call myself a real DIY, that stands for do-it-yourself, notebook repair expert. I took a picture of the little troublemaker so you can see which make and model I'm talking about. So make and model refers to who makes the computer and then what model the computer is. Can someone out there tell me where to start and what I should be looking for? And then there's people that are giving her advice. Have you tried turning it on and off again? That always works. Well, it works for a lot of problems. Very funny. Anyone can give me real advice? This guy says, or this person says, I think your father's right. Best return the notebook. The warranty will be void if you make a mistake or open the case. So yeah, that typically if you open a computer up, like the inside of a computer, you can void the warranty. And what that means is that the company who provides the warranty won't repair it or replace it because you tampered with the device. Yeah, do not try to fix it yourself. I get the concern about the warranty, but I'm willing to take the risk. It's just that I hate to let go of an idea once I've settled on it. So she's a determined individual. And then here's a message from Goldfels. I hope I am allowed to speak a little off topic. Frankly, I rarely browse this board, but I saw your posting and believe I saw you last week at the Media Department Expo. Weren't you the one who held the short presentation on ethics in online media? I found this quite captivating. That means he was very entertained, very drawn in. He paid it very close attention. I'd love to invite you to my media ethics course next semester if it fits your schedule. So this is where Goldfels recruited Juliet to the thought. And I'm so sorry I can't be much help with your notebook, but I'm very sure you'll fix it in no time. Okay? So we know how they met. Let's go to the Insider and go inside her desktop. Okay, the background is a picture of a tree. This is called a tire swing. It's made of the tire of a car, and little kids would sit inside this and swing back and forth. Okay, she has a Rosen folder for her employer. Material for PR. Ooh. Orwell has lost the connection to the main server. Ooh, Orwell went down. I think that's part of the... Ooh. Okay, that was a glitch. We lost connection to the server. It says, this is scrambled, but it says, isn't this working? Do you receive my message? It's all scrambled. Maybe we're being hacked. I just had a strange kind of connection problem. It was like the mainframe had vanished. Still got some data loss between the servers and here. Seems like it's all slowly going back to normal again. We had a joker who thought he could intrude our database. InfoSec says they have averted the attack. So we just got attacked by probably by our hacker friend. So what happens if we go back in here? Okay. This is an email from, it says, from Ferbs, and it says material for PR. PR stands for public relations. Okay, let's read it backwards. Hey, Barry. Maria asked me to get some specifics on a project with the internal codename Demiurge. I don't know what that means. It's not an English word. Demiurge. I feel like I've heard that name before, and I don't mean from Greek. Yeah, it's a Greek word. I'll send authorization key to access requested info separately. Can you get her details on how it functions from a user point of view, the interface, the controls, and the project milestone dates? We need the data by tomorrow, and Rami is overseas at the architect thing. The only other person who could get us in that quickly I could think of is you. Can you help the new PR assistant out? So she's asking for help with this project called Demiurge. Hey Juliet, put a USB drive with the material you asked her for on her desk. It's tons of documents. Oh, sorry, he's saying I put a USB drive. This is confusing how it's worded, but he's not telling her to put it. He's saying I put it on there, but he's being informal. Tons of documents, including technical details, yet most of the specifics have been redacted by the clients. I hope Maria is aware this stuff is so confidential that it doesn't even exist officially. No list on who got or who's supposed to get which stuff, when, and why. Don't ask why PR needs this, but well... Or don't get why PR needs this, but well, I won't stand in the way of Victor's grand vision of information sharing. So this person, he's dropping the I from some of these sentences, and it's just an informal way of writing. It's a little confusing, but you have to know from context that he's not giving an order. He's saying, I am doing it. Ask and thou shalt receive. Thou's an old way of saying you. After all, you had a key. Speaking of the devil, do me a favor and come around personally next time, okay? Even though you've just started here this month, you can sure guess already what Victor has to say about mail exchanges in the company. So he says, come in person next time. Victor doesn't like emails. And then she's making fun of him. Synchronous over asynchronous communication. Go meet in person always. So synchronous means two things that are connected. They're synchronized. So if you have two watches and they're synchronized to each other, they tell the same time. And then asynchronous is the opposite. Things that are not in sync. So he prefers that you meet in person face to face with someone and talk rather than send an email. Then they receive the email and it's been some time since you sent it. So there's a delay between when the information is passed on to the other person. So yeah, okay. That was the only file in there. Yes, okay. Stelligan. So we know she's a student. Here's an email from Abraham. My dear Juliet, you're very welcome to write me in any way you find appropriate, and frankly, I'm happy about your open and honest message. Speaking to you, I got the impression that you are a very clever young woman who's afraid to believe in herself, which is a shame because I don't see any reason for it. People will always find a way to be cruel, to be judgmental towards you. That doesn't mean you have to take it to heart. To take something to heart means to take it personally. Like someone says, you're ugly, and you're like, oh no, I'm ugly. It means you like take it very seriously when someone says something. And he's saying that Juliet takes everyone says about her personally. She is a very sensitive individual. Let me tell you something I rarely tell other people. I came to the nation from Griebelglingen, a tiny village near Stuttgart in Germany, where I still have family. Oops, this is not the right profile. He's from Germany, so he is an immigrant. It's one of those places where everyone knows everyone without any exceptions. My childhood and adolescence were entirely determined by this atmosphere of being watched, evaluated constantly. It was made worse by the fact that I felt I could not live up to the expectations directed at me. I ended up trying to be who people wanted me to be. It was a maddening, abysmal stupidity, horrid for everyone involved. Abysmal means without bottom, like endless pit. Like a dark, deep cave, you can't see the bottom. So endless stupidity. I would never want you to make the same mistake, but it sparked my interest in what I teach, so at least there was something positive to come from it. Come to think of it, I'm part of a small group of people who are just in line with the topics you're interested in. I'm certain you would find yourself appreciated there. I'll give you more information in person in one of my courses, should you continue to attend, which I certainly hope you do. Looking forward to meeting you in the course. Okay, he's recruiting her into thought last year. She has an essay draft. Dangers of the omnipresent digital information. Omnipresent means like everywhere. Something that's omnipresent is everywhere. It's often used as a word to refer to God in the Bible. He's omnipresent, he's everywhere. But it can refer to Orwell because we can see everything, we're everywhere. The modern world is in a transitory state towards omnipresence of digital information. Processes, goods, even money transcend their physical form and continue their existence in the abstract form of data, mere units of information that either represent or describe the associated object. So everything is turning digital and becoming abstract, which means it's not a concrete thing. So if your money is online, it's not real money, it's just an online money. While this yields a lot of comfort, especially regarding the speed of exchange and accessibility of said processes or goods, naturally this also has a downside. In this essay, I will consider the problems that arise from the nature of the omnipresent and arguably omnipotent information. So omnipresent means everywhere. Omnipotent means all-powerful. And literally omni and potent. Potent is from the word potential, the ability to do something. And omni means all, so omnipotent means all-knowing, all-seeing, all-being. For this essay, I will focus on two such problems: the unlimited reproduction of data and the interpretation of bits of this. All crap, this isn't the point, you can do better. So this was it looks like a draft, yeah. So she gave up right here, and it doesn't make sense. She's like, crap, this is crap. Okay. Let's go to her system and her browser history. Is there anything incriminating in here? Not really. Nothing pops out. Let's go to her trash. She deleted some... Oh, okay. This says, greetings from Copacabana. So it looks like they were in Copacabana, her parents, and they sent her email, and she threw it away because she doesn't like her parents. Is that all there is to see in here? Okay. There's nothing else to see, right? It's still saying there's something to see. I'm not saying anything else. Okay. Missing persons worldwide. Help to find Gunther Ahrens. Okay, this is a missing persons website, so these are people that are missing. No one can find them. And they use websites to put pictures of them and info in case anybody online ever sees them. Okay. Interesting. This looks like him. So we have potentially Abraham Goldfels as an alias. How could I possibly miss this? I'm such an idiot. It's legitimate to change your name when immigrating, yet very few people do so. This is what Mr. Goldfeld's errands must have done. So when he moved here, he changed his name. He's been missing since September 30th, 1993. So he didn't tell his parents or family that he was moving. He was reported missing in 93, the year he immigrated. What did he do? Yeah, maybe he was running? Okay. My dear Gunther has been missing for several years now. One day, Gunther did not return home from work. Colleagues and friends claimed they had not seen him, nor have any clue where he might have gone to. We put all our hope in the new possibilities of the web to continue our search to maybe find him someday. Gunther, I have not lost confidence that you are still out there. You would never abandon us. You wouldn't. I know it. If you ever read this, please call or write. Just give us something to know what became of you. We are not mad. We will never be mad. We are just waiting for you. So he had a family. This was posted by his wife, and then here's his daughter. Let's add this. So we got a picture of the daughter. Okay. We've got a initiate. So he attacked Orwell as we suspected. Where is the initiate? There it is. This guy was behind the back-end breakdown. I should have known. That's why it was so pathetic. Take a look at on your thought web server. Handle with care. What are we looking at on the thought web server? This all looks the same. Yeah, this is all the same. So there's still an article, this, A Night to Remember has not been unlocked for us yet, or flawed. But I don't think there's anything else here at the moment. Okay, let's look at, there's a obituary. An obituary is a notice in the newspaper or online of someone's death. In loving memory, Patricia Webster Goodman, Rachel Whitfield, okay, so Gunther Ahrens was declared dead December 18th, 2016. What? So do we think he's dead? He's maybe dead. You're telling me this whole time we've been chasing a dead man. This is downright impossible. I mean, did he write an email to Nina Maternova? He did write an email to Nina Maternova just yesterday, didn't he? Meaning to hate the fact we can only look at points of data without knowing the full story. The truth is in there, I just can't see it. Damn it, screw this all, screw Orwell. I need to think. Look at all the facts again. Just watch for a while and let me know if anything new happens, okay? So he was declared dead. The report from the team and Abraham's address just came in. It's completely abandoned, no furniture, nothing. Which is no longer a surprise, I guess. Okay, they searched his house. There's nothing there. Not even furniture. The house is completely empty. And then it says, Gunther Ahrens, age 63, passed away at his home near Bonton, though he Though he was friends with many, very few knew the true person behind his gentle smile. Although his achievements in life were numerous, Gunther was a person always filled with self-doubt. That is no wonder, considering the world wronged him over and over again. Yes, he had his mistakes. He wasn't innocent. Who is? Gunther always did what he thought was right. He deserved better. I miss you dearly, my friend. So whoever added this did it anonymously. They didn't give their name. What's going on here? Do we have... Why does it say... What? What are we supposed to see? I wonder if one of the... Oh, here we go. The Orwell... Okay, he's exposing the Orwell project. Hancock. Why, hello there. Where did all these people come from? Might it be due to the fact that the effing biggest newspaper in the goddamn nation just published an article on us? Didn't think they still had an audience that large. The irony is not lost on me. We tried to get our message through, but whatever we did, it wasn't enough to get your attention. And now you show up on our doorstep uninvited, yet still wanting attention. And he's saying, Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. These are, I think this is German, this is French, I think, and then English. Now that you are here, let's have a small chat, shall we? I've got someone here who's desperate and eager to meet you all. Okay, who's this? Can we add this to... Maybe we can add it to his profile? I think this is our friend who's been helping us. I am not friends with... Why am I... Where did that come from? I'll grant you to add more if there is any. I want to know, I need to know. So this is our guy. So he's got a profile. No. Okay. Benjamin, meet the world. On first sight, Benjamin seems like a fine man, doesn't he? He's 32, so in his best years, lives in a cozy house, even has a pregnant fiancée named Amy Peters. Never would you guess what a terrible secret he hides. Okay, this guy's not liking that we're adding him to Orwell, which maybe we shouldn't. Benjamin here is a government agent in a project they apparently call Orwell. How is this possible? This cannot be happening. I need to go home now. Never heard of it, no surprise. I hadn't either. They don't want us to know, at least not yet. Orwell makes it mind-numbingly easy to spy on all of you just with a few mouse clicks. Ordinary people recruited from anywhere in the world can make these mouse clicks seem as if we're all just a game. So it's kind of meta, saying that Orwell's a game and we're literally playing a game. Then there's Benjamin. He's the guy who receives your data, has an elaborate look at it, and says, this is the one we'll put in jail. This is the one's life we're gonna F up. That's one hell of a job, isn't it? Now, you might ask, where did this Hancock fella get this info from? The answer is from the Orwell project itself, because the thing isn't even secure. No, I don't expect you to believe me just like that. I'd like to propose something better. Go and ask Benjamin. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that you don't know him. No problemo. Here's his address. So he exposed Benjamin. If you'd like to visit him and send him his best regards, that would be much appreciated. This is called doxing, when you give someone's info and address out online. We'll take care of the bastards that sit on the other side of this Orwell project who dig through all your personal files and grin while they look at your nude photographs. The thought is your friend. We'll get them for you, promise. Okay. Okay, is there anything else? I don't see anything else to click yet. We have no active... what are we supposed to do here? Oh, this must just be the end of the day. Okay, yeah. Okay. That was weird. It didn't prompt me at the end of the day, but that is the end of the day. I guess, what's his name just got out of there because he's been doxxed. Okay. We found that Goldfels, I believe, is dead, or maybe he's not dead. We'll figure this out. Let's go to day 5. Under the spreading chestnut tree. Good morning, investigator. Ooh, it's Catherine Delacruz herself. Since you have the most powerful investigative tool at your disposal, I suspect you already know who I am. You, on the other hand, have been hard-working investigator so far. You have proved Orwell is working as intended. I will be your new advisor on this case. This has become far too important to leave the case to an advisor with an exposed identity. Symes is well, but no longer fit to work on Orwell. Moving forward, we will not speak about him again. As far as you are concerned, he never existed. With yesterday's reveal of Orwell, sympathizers of this terrorist group have taken to the streets. We need to show all of the nation Orwell is keeping them safe. We won't allow some fools to trample on everything we have achieved. We must get rid of the imposter pretending to be Abraham Goldfels. Find out who did it and where they are hiding. Okay, so we have a new advisor because Benjamin got doxxed. Okay, we've got an arrest record for Joseph Langley. Where is he? There he is. Charged funding of terrorist activities. Okay. Home of exposed government employee vandalized. So this was Benjamin's home. It was vandalized. There's some spray paint, and the windows are broken, doors broken. Looks like they got paint on his car. Yeah, see, just before the incident, Benjamin had been doxxed, a practice where online groups leak personal information on the internet with malicious intent. The activist group thought when they claimed he was linked to a new government initiative. The project, now known as Orwell, allegedly will be used to install mass surveillance on all citizens in the nation. So he was doxxed. Is there other headlines? Okay, so there's some anti-Orwell protests gathering in the streets. People are not happy. Okay. And then there was one other article. Negotiations in Triflith renewed. I think that's not important to us. Okay, let's go to the listener. Joseph Langley. Okay, so Gunther Ahrens, who we now know was Abraham Goldfels, has sent despite being dead, apparently, has sent an email to all the members of Thought as well as Joseph Langley, including Nina, which is suspicious because she's dead. Thought must gather once again. Members of Thought, my dear friends, as you've all experienced already, we are being besieged by the government. I mean, surrounded, like we can't get out. They have denounced us, called us terrorists, and turned the public against us. This will stop today. Their days are about to come to an end. I have a plan, but for this to work out, we must meet like we did in the old days, when we had our meetings in Cafe Chestnut. We will have a conference call at 4 p.m. sharp, because I'm well aware that a meeting in person won't work out for us. You need not fear surveillance. All has been taken care of. I will contact you. Get in a safe position. Be ready. This might be a trap. A gathering. We know Abraham Goldfels is dead. Someone must be impersonating him. This is clear as crystal. We must act swiftly and collect as much evidence as possible before this gathering commences. Thought is certainly up to no good. As you know, processing data chunks is time-consuming. I would say we have roughly 20 data chunks. Be considerate. Okay, so we only have 20 data chunks and then something will happen. Oh, here's a counter letting us know how many we got. Okay. Interesting. What's this? Did we miss something down here? No. Okay. Email to Nina Maternova. I'm truly sorry for having drawn the investigator's attention to you, but to be frank, I overstepped my bounds of our agreement. The bombs were meant as a warning for those who are indifferent. Oh, wait, we already read this one. Yeah, we read that one. Oh, I see. He sent this. This is the same email, and it's just been sent to each person we're observing. Okay. From Marsa to Harrison O'Donnell. You must think I'm stupid. First, you don't tell me where you're going because you need to ghost. Then hours later, you don't answer your phone. So I called Pers asking for you, and she told me you were at Cyber Cafe Chestnut yesterday evening. Said you stormed in and then furiously wrote something on your PC, probably this outrageous blog post the news speaks of, and then stormed back out the door, only to meet whom? Juliet? Meaning you're back in action with this shitty group and her? I cannot believe it. So now I'm trying emails so you can't dodge me any longer. You and me are done. So I think this is relevant, this data chunk. This is where Harrison O'Donnell did his dirty work, probably thinking we would not be able to track him down. We will track him down. I've gone through the information we have on the remaining suspects regarding the impersonation of Abraham Goldfels. O'Donnell predicted the bombings. This alone makes him suspicious. We have no idea why O'Donnell hid the posts on Thought Blog in his timeline. We are yet to clarify why Donnell would Okay, this is just written incorrectly. We are yet to clarify why O'Donnell would frequent a drugstore so often. Perhaps he provided the bomb's materials. So this is written incorrectly. Why would O'Donnell have 2 health insurances? It is apparent that Harrison O'Donnell might well be part of the Bonton bombings. He is probably the one impersonating Goldfels. I want you to prove this and lock him away for good. Okay. Here's the lobby for Cyber Chestnut Cafe. High scores? Oh, they award points for time spent in the cafe. Yeah, Hancock is near the top here. Someone named Dank Frank is even higher. These are the hosts, the people that work at the cafe. Cyber cafes aren't even really a thing anymore. Most people have like a phone, so they don't need to go anywhere where there's computers. Persephone. Okay, Persephone doesn't have anything to go on. She's the boss, the leader. Ahmed, Rattlesnake. Okay. Oh, here we go. Marka, this might be worth tracking down. This is the person that... This seems to be who he was dating. Honorable host, Harrison. Former admin. Let's add that. Former admin. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to add here. Just to add that picture, but I don't want to add the picture because we only have a certain number of data chunks. Or maybe I have to add it. I don't think there's anything else to click on here. Oh, we can click on user Hannah. There we go. This is a different computer that we could potentially hack. That's what we need. Okay, let's get into his cyber cafe computer. Browser history. We can get his phone, maybe? This is a phone ID? Okay. I don't know if we need to... We know that he Googled Benjamin Costigan. I don't know that we need to know that necessarily. Whoops. Desktop. Is there anything else in here? No. This is an invoice for his life insurance. A different. What is this? I don't know if we need to add that. Do we know Juliet has a screen name Dixon? No, we don't. Let's add Dixon so that we can track her if she talks about Dixon. Good. This looks like to be a message recruiting. Juliet and Hancock were talking last year. Okay. And then trash. Anything deleted? Okay, nothing important there. I don't know if we need to know that I'm not going to add that. Let's look at his phone. Here's his text messages. Won't be coming home today. Let's add that. He didn't come home. Lives with his mom but didn't come home yesterday. This is him flirting with women. Okay. This must be his mom. Juliet. This seems to be the only two pictures. Contacts. These are phone numbers of people he knows. Oh, we can get Juliet's phone number. Okay, we're running out of data chunks to add. Good, keep an eye on her as well. And then we got Cass's phone. I don't know if we need Cass's phone. Oh, she's getting a chat from the initiate. Oh wait, but she's getting. Okay, let's look at the chat between Juliet and Harrison O'Donnell first. I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. I'm assuming we're nearing the climax of the game. Where the hell are you? Why did you leave Abe's? Our plan was to hide somewhere until we are no longer public enemy number 1 and 2. So public enemy number 1 means like everybody's out to get you. The police are looking for you. The public is looking for you. Yeah, that was before I found out what you did. You exposed a government employee. Take a close look at what happened. They're after us now for sure. Was that necessary? Look at the TNB. We have developed a following. If they prosecute us now, there will be public outcry. This tiny crowd with their banners won't stop a thing. We'll be gone forever once they get us. This is why I had to leave. Did you get Abraham's email? Yeah, that was crazy. I know. All of a sudden he's back and he has a plan? I can't believe it. Where was he this whole time? Will you attend this gathering? Of course, if Abe is there, we must attend. I will hide away someplace. I can call you from my notebook. I can call in from my notebook. You should do the same. Don't hide anywhere you have been in the last 24 hours. They might check there first. Will do. A useful hint. If you encounter any hideout locations, be sure to validate them by checking where they have stayed before. He lost his phone? My damn phone is gone. Just like you disappeared this morning. I haven't seen it by chance. Jesus, can you not take care of your stuff? No, I have not seen your phone. Oh, F it. Try to track it down, but it doesn't send a signal. Probably out of battery or something. Yeah, whatever. I'll go without it until the gathering. So, he doesn't have his phone? So if we see someone using Harrison's phone, it might not be Harrison. Oh, Victor Rosen is calling Juliet. Carrington. Juliet, Victor here. Hi, Victor. I just talked to Mariah. Why are you not at work? Oh, I sent a sick note. Didn't you read? No, you did not. You were here the entire weekend, the tracker says, but no one authorized you to do so. Now that you're meant to be here, you are not. So she was at work when she wasn't supposed to be. And then we've got a different mobile ID. So Juliet, as I suspected way back in a couple episodes ago, is hiding something. So she has an unauthorized phone registered under her account. You will explain these irregularities. I want you in my office as soon as possible. And she said, I don't think so. Okay, she's got a chat from the initiate. Knock, knock. Who are you? Name's initiate. Oh, you're this hacker guy Harrison spoke about then? Right. So you hacked the thought blog. You've been following us around? Why? What do you want? This initiate guy is probably a Goldfels guy. Maybe. What I want to know what happened to thought. These bombings have been ringing in my head, and I just don't know. Was this thought's work? Was it government setup? Listen, I don't know either. I'm sorry, but shit is majorly going down the drain right now. If you can help us, do it, please. I fear my help got you where you are right now. You helped dox this Castigan. Harrison told me you wouldn't want to assist us. Don't talk so openly, or did you forget what's going on? Can you do that again? What you did? Nope. Okay. So this guy doxed Costigan. The initiate is a nuisance. You must reveal his true identity. This might shed some light on what his motives are. They're going to track me down for sure. Barely got out of the last time. I need more intel on this thing first. At the moment, I don't see a way. ATM means at the moment. Damn. So what are you doing? Oh, you don't know yet. Goldfels, who founded Thought, sent us a message. Thought should gather once more. What? Abe is back. Yeah, and he says he's got a plan. You know him? Kinda. Where from? Coincidence? This means nothing. Means he's not going to answer why he knows him. Look, if you know Abraham, why don't you attend this gathering as well? It's going down at 4 p.m. as conference call. Give me your number and I'll invite you as well. No, thanks, but no thanks. Sounds like a trap to me. You shouldn't attend either. I'm pretty positive it's not. The email sounded authentic, but have it your way. I will. Good luck with this gathering. Good luck to you with finding out what's going on here. You're going to need it. Okay. We didn't look through his whole phone. Okay, that is... I don't know why that email's on his phone. Oh. Oh. So this is the email we saw him send to Nina Maternova, but it's from Harrison's phone. But he says he doesn't have his phone. I'm not going to add that yet because I'm not sure that Harrison actually sent it. Okay, we have his last 24-hour locations. These are where he was in the last 24 hours. We can't add all of these. We don't have enough data chunks. Okay, we know where he was. Let's go to hers. These are Juliet's texts. I don't know if there's going to be anything. Ah, interesting. She is the one who suggested that... I'm going to add this. She suggested that Cassandra goes through Watergate, or goes through Freedom, I mean, to maybe implicate her. coerced into being at Freedom Plaza by Juliet Carrington nonetheless. Incredible. Okay. You found enough material implying that something is very wrong with Juliet Carrington. She might be our impersonator, good, but it's still only one option. Remember to add all possible locations where she might be hiding. Continue to collect anything of value until the gathering. Yeah, so we need to... Where was she? Okay, let's compare this to her location, the location on his phone. Portobello, Penn Street, Orchard Drive, Stelligan Avenue, and outskirts. So they were both at Portobello and Stelligan and Penn Street, unless that's a different one. Portobello, 22 Portobello, and this one was... Okay, those are the same. And then 16 Penn Street. 16 Penn Street. So these two are the same. Let's see if there's anything else in here. We can get Abraham's phone. Maybe that'll show us something. We can get access to his phone. I don't know. Browser history, I don't see anything new. She got on the Stelligan University webmail, so maybe she's sending an email. Oh, and then he sent an email. Initiate. I need to apologize for you remaining silent for such a long time. I have been working out a plan in hiding. Today I need to call upon you to make it happen. I'm aware of your capabilities and your skills. You need to stop trying to tear down the walls, instead shifting to running through open doors. Here's where to find one. 188-144-981-1984. I'll keep that open. Oh, and then we got a night to remember. Dixon is Juliet. So we know for a fact that she planned the protest at Stelligan, and she's claimed before that she didn't plan it. Okay. Let's click on her profile. Nope, nothing else there. We must have to add one of these, but we have to decide what we're going to add, I guess. We have to make a decision here. I wonder if we can hack Cassandra's phone. Maybe it'll give us some more additional information. Let's do that. Maybe it won't, though. Are there other messages we need to see? Abraham Goldfels worked at Rosen? You're not supposed to follow Abraham Goldfels. He is dead. You're wasting precious time. Or am I? I don't know. Okay. Something's going on, though. I'm going to keep adding this. She's going to get mad, but... I command you to no longer dig around in Abraham Goldfels' past. I could easily turn you into a target person for disobeying me. You wouldn't want that, would you? So what's her problem? What is strange, though, is that Carrington requested materials on this demiurge. What is she trying to hide? This lady. Okay, here's the last article we couldn't access. Ooh. I am become death, destroyer of worlds. Oppenheimer. Robert Oppenheimer. Okay, so Abraham Goldfeld's developed the so-called ethical codex for Project Codename Demiurge, which has been renamed Orwell. And I have proof of everything. I'm about to write clone to a device with this ID. I'm gonna add that. So you know it now. Yes, we hired him for Orwell. This is his doing. It was me who wanted him on the project in the first place, to get things right with Orwell, to follow ethical standards. Only very few people knew that, and I wanted to make sure it stayed that way. Our most ferocious enemy worked for us, a person I chose. Now you know it all, discovered by the very tool it was all about. The irony is not lost on me. But, well, you chose to disobey. I warned you before, this will have consequences for you. Okay, it's almost 4 p.m. We most likely only have time for one more upload. Make sure it counts. So she's... Oh, look, where we are. Okay. Okay, so we've revealed that Abraham Goldfeld's created... whatever. Ooh, its device is offline? So we can't access it. Let's add this. This will be our last chunk. I don't know what's going to happen next. So they're going to try to attack Orwell once again. Well, let them come. It's 4 p.m. I'm getting intervention teams ready to check all the locations you've mentioned. Uh-oh, we're getting hacked. Now wait to see what... Okay, it's getting hacked. I'm not doing anything. So this is the game is playing itself at the moment. Can we still navigate through here? No. Okay, they're gonna let us see this phone call. Hello, is this working? Anybody here? Well, I am. Harry, I didn't know if you would still be around. Seems neither Cassandra nor Joseph are here. Did you really expect otherwise? I don't know. Somehow... Holy crap. The initiates. What is this? Who are you? Fool who was baffled by the madness he just witnessed. Otherwise, initiate. Well, glad you decided to join us. That is completely unintended. Oh, so he's forced into the call? What do you mean? You're in the call, aren't you? Yeah, I'm also in Orwell. In Orwell? Abe sent me an IP address to get into Orwell. It makes hacking the damn thing incredibly easy. He did what? And that worked? Like a charm. Now, kind of control the whole damn thing. It really is worrying. Come again, you have Orwell on a freaking leash? That's great. How does that worry you? My control is limited, and the government will get control back at some point, but this isn't my primary concern. What makes me nervous is why would Abraham have extensive knowledge of Orwell? This whole thing reeks of an enormous trap. And this is the point where it gets even worse. I had a quick look at his file. You would not believe what it says. Abraham is dead. He died quite some time ago. Dead? What? No. How? He was very sick, cancer. Oh, you old fool. Why couldn't you tell us? He gave Nina the orders for the bombing after his demise. This means someone has been setting her up real bad. Not only her, all of us. Who the F would do such a thing? Ha, the person working on this was clever. They found it all. That's us. What did they find? Who was it? Everything in here points to... you. Her. I can't believe where this is going. Are you for real? Are you telling me you told Nina to place those bombs? I did. I'm not proud of it, but it had to be done. What the hell? Why? You and Nina, you two ruined everything for Abraham. And for Thought. So you decided that leaving me wasn't enough for revenge? You had to kill innocent people and blame it on all of Thought? It was necessary. Only when things are at their darkest will people listen, take note, and actually enact change. Abe knew that. I know it was extreme. Extreme? It's murder. I know, damn it. Believe me, I know. Your actions really screwed the members of Thought, screwed them real good. Most of all, Nina. How can you justify that? What did you do it all this for? Thought needed to be destroyed. That was the whole point. Instead of seeking me out and arresting me, Orwell labeled you all target persons and investigated you all. Screwed up your lives. People need to see how effed up Orwell is. It's not protection, it's invasive and manipulative doom for everyone. No one is innocent. Everyone is a suspect. Abe wanted to make the world stand up against things like Orwell. He knew the dangerous the project was, and that's why he worked on it. He did what? He worked on Orwell. This confirms what I feared, but I didn't want to believe it. If he could have gone to the media and made it public, couldn't he? He was afraid. He thought nothing would ever change if he did. Can you blame him? He told me everything, and only me. Funny. I just realized you're actually a much better yet much worse activist than Nina or me could ever be. That's admirable, in a strange and even effed up way. I still don't get it. Why draw all of this attention to Thought? You didn't convince anybody by your actions. Why is this gathering? Why let me hack Orwell? I just needed to convince one person how faulty Orwell was. Costigan, the guy Harry leaked information about, was the man on the inside. Only an advisor. The person who has really been spying you all is still around. The person who actually went through your stuff, passed on the data. That's us. The one listening right now, the investigator. That's right, I'm talking to you. I knew you had to be around when everything would come together. You had to be listening. Initiate was just a windfall. A chance to make sure you didn't immediately go up against us. Investigator, I have a question for you now that you saw Orwell firsthand. Do you really think this system will help anyone? Did you think the government would not spy on you as well? Do you think you were outside the system? Think again. They evaluate even you. Abe knew that. He saw the madness. They observe even you, the investigators. But we can stop it. You can. Remember, you became recruited for being outside the system, outside of the nation. What if we show people what they store about you? That even you are not outside the system. That no one is outside the system. All you need to do, investigator, is upload the data they have on you, incriminating yourself. This is so mind-bogglingly stupid, Jules. Why would the investigator cooperate? The government will come after them. It's exactly the point. This evaluation is supposed to be a safety net so that no one misuses Orwell. Acting on evidence is mandatory. If the investigator incriminates themselves, they will be forced to prosecute them and reveal this evidence, that the investigators are actually being spied on as well, publicly. This is absolutely mad. I don't see this working. I would like to offer an alternative, investigator. This just so happens that a certain Catherine Delacroix is in these files too. I say we make use of the fact that we have control over Orwell. Let's use it as a weapon and turn against the government. There's something dirty to be found about Miss Delacroix for sure. Let them act on that evidence. Now we're talking. No, hurting Delacroix won't help much. She's just gonna get replaced. This isn't the right way. Oh yeah, and effing us all up was the right way, huh? Bullshit. But how can we trust this investigator to help us? Let me show you all what I can see right now. Here, streams up. Harrison? I'm able to speak my elaborate opinion, yeah? I think this is the effort that got me fired. Looks like this investigator is the cause for me losing my TNB job, or might well be. Thanks for that, you douchebag. You can rot in that digital limbo of no control you're in right now. I shall speak on behalf of Nina then. I only realize now it might have been my fault Nina got investigated in the first place. But it's all clear. The investigator is responsible for hunting her down like this. They caused her death, no doubt. Perhaps the investigator didn't know any better, and if we know Nina was guilty, and we know Nina was guilty, but does not strengthen my trust, though. But then the investigator found out about Juliet's plans. This is why I say we can trust this person, meaning the final verdict is only one vote to trust the investigator. That is not enough. Are we finally going to do this my way? No, we're not. That's it. I'm out of here before this investigator gets control back. Okay, Harrison left. It's down to the two of us, as it seems. Well, my plan to gather support for you failed, investigator, but if you still want to fulfill my plan, go on and give Delacroix hell. You will find something dirty. Investigator, it's time to make up your mind. You can tear down the entire system. Just complete my plan, please. I will turn Delacroix into a target person. I think I can easily activate our access PC for you as well. When Abraham stopped his work for Rosentech and the government, he cloned all information he had and hid it in the office. He told me and I maintained it. The system is programmed to boot itself again in a couple of minutes. You'll have access to everything. You just need to find the UID of the device. I cannot tell you here now that Orwell isn't tracking data chunks. I have full understanding that you judge and incriminate me for what I've done. I think I deserve it. It's up to you now, investigator. Do the right thing. Finally, I thought this disturbance would never end. The back-end engineer says we've had an unwanted guest. We already knew it was thought. It's about time to undo them. We must be strong. We must show these people for what they are. The nation's safety is depending on it. Find a way to incriminate them. Together, as a group, all we need is a hint of Abraham Goldfeld's intended this group to carry out terrorist actions. We could trace the attack back to a remote PC. I will now manually unlock this PC for you. Okay. I know it's just getting good, but we're at an hour, so we'll finish. It looks like we're about to finish the game. We'll do it in the next episode. I'm sorry that it wasn't letting me stop the scroll, so I had to read this as fast as I could. But feel free, you can go back and pause the video. This was a lot of stuff that they talked about. But basically, it looks like we are going to have a choice. We have a choice to either incriminate Julia, try to incriminate Catherine Delacroix, or to take out Thought and get them all arrested and do what the government wants us to do. So, we'll see what happens in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this one. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.